Do you know that woman you see on the street wearing jeans and a white t-shirt who looks like she just walked out of a magazine? While you try the same outfit and end up looking like you are about to clean the house? The difference is not in the price of the clothes. It is in something they know and you have not discovered yet. Sandra Bullock, at 59 years old, continues to be a style icon precisely because she has mastered this art. She does not wear anything extraordinary, but there is a science behind every choice that makes all the difference between sophistication and sloppiness. The problem is not what you are wearing. It is how you are wearing it. 5 microscopic adjustments can transform any basic outfit into pure elegance. I am talking about details that cost zero, but are worth millions in visual impact. Have you noticed how certain women have that magnetic aura, even when wearing the simplest clothes? It is not luck, it is not genetics, it is pure technique. And today, you are going to discover exactly what those secrets are that separate the chic from the ordinary. If you finally want to understand why your basic outfits do not work the way they should, subscribe to the channel now and activate the notification bell, because this information is going to completely change the way you dress. Leave a like if you have ever felt frustrated trying to copy an outfit that seemed simple. Get ready to discover why the basics you know are completely wrong. The mathematics of elegance. Elegance works exactly like a perfect mathematical equation. The fewer the elements, the greater the impact. But there is a cruel catch that most women do not realize. You think you are being minimalist by wearing just jeans and a t-shirt, but in reality, you are being basic. Therefore, the result is completely different from what you expect. Kate Middleton understands this formula like no one else. She wears seemingly simple pieces, but every element has been calculated with surgical precision, so even in jeans, she looks like a duchess. The difference between her and you is not in the budget, but in the strategy, because while you choose pieces randomly, she builds a complete visual narrative. The first element of this equation is intentionality in accessories. A well-chosen leather belt at the waist transforms jeans and a basic t-shirt into a structured look. A classic leather strap watch communicates sophistication without shouting. Sunglasses with a frame that complements your face elevate even a trip to the supermarket. A small scarf around the neck adds a French touch effortlessly. And swapping those white sneakers for a pair of leather flats completely changes the energy of the look. This happened because these details create a visual language that communicates care, but most women treat them as optional decorations. Therefore, they completely waste the power of transformation that they hold. Sarah Jessica Parker has proven this for decades. She would take basic pieces and turn them into statements through strategic accessories, but without overdoing it, because less is more when you know exactly what you are doing. But do you really know how to choose the right accessory for each occasion? The brutal truth about fabrics. A polyester t-shirt may look the same as a Pima cotton one in the store window, but on your skin it screams clearance sale to anyone with 2 working brain cells. This happened because you were seduced by the low price, but the cheap fabric betrays you with every movement. Therefore, even with perfect tailoring, the final result is mediocre. Gwyneth Paltrow wears basic t-shirts that cost $200. You may think it is excessive, but in reality, she understood that the fabric does the heavy lifting of elegance. Therefore, while your $15 t-shirt looks like a potato sack after the 3rd wash, hers remains impeccable for years. The problem is that no one tells you that fiber matters, texture matters, drape matters. This happened because the fast fashion industry convinced you that quantity is better than quality. But the truth is that 5 well-chosen pieces are worth more than an entire wardrobe of questionable fabrics. Therefore, you keep buying impulsively and getting frustrated with the results. The difference between regular cotton and Pima cotton is the same as driving an economy car versus a BMW. Both get you to the destination, but the experience is completely different because premium fabrics shape your body elegantly, while synthetic ones simply exist on it. Look for 100% cotton or Pima cotton on the tags, because if it has more than 30% polyester, it will pill quickly. Hold the piece against the light to see if it is not as sheer as tissue paper. Squeeze a section in your hand for 5 seconds to test if it bounces back without a permanent crease. Therefore, an $80 Pima cotton t-shirt that stays flawless for 3 years is more economical than 3 $25 ones that need to be replaced in 6 months. But no one does this math before buying. And do you know how to identify a quality fabric just by touch? The accessory you are wasting. For the love of all fashion saints, Stop hiding your hair in that licked by a cow bun. This happened because someone convinced you that tied hair is a synonym of elegance, but in truth, you are throwing away your most powerful accessory. Therefore, while other women use their hair as a strategic facial frame, you end up looking like you just cleaned the house. Blake Lively learned this lesson decades ago. She can wear the simplest outfit in the world, but with that golden cascade framing her face, no one notices if she is wearing jeans and a t-shirt, because the hair does all the heavy lifting of femininity. This happened because she discovered that loose hair adds texture, movement, and life to the look. Therefore, even minimalist outfits gain instant drama. The problem is that you treat hair as an inconvenience. Oh, I will tie it because it is more practical. But in reality, you are completely sabotaging your image. Because when the look is dry and stiff, it lacks that essential contrast that only well-placed hair can create. Therefore, you invest in expensive clothes, but neglect what would truly shape your face for free. Healthy, shiny hair communicates self-care better than any designer bag. This happened because natural shine is a synonym of health and vitality, but you still think curling irons are only for special occasions. Hair should take up 1/3 of your facial visual field to create perfect balance. Changing the part from time to time refreshes the facial frame at no cost. Test if it moves naturally when you shake your head, because elegant hair has a life of its own and does not look like a museum sculpture. Keep the length at chin or shoulder level for maximum versatility in casual looks. Therefore, a touch of light hair oil on the ends gives that radiant shine you want, but be careful not to look like you just came out of the pool. Do you really know which hair shape enhances your face? The science of colors that no one tells you. You spend a fortune on a white t-shirt that makes you look sick. This happened because no one told you that not every white works for everyone, but you keep buying it because it is basic. Therefore, you waste money on pieces that clash with your natural coloring instead of working in your favor. Julianne Moore discovered the power of this science when she stopped wearing colors that washed her out and started choosing shades that harmonize with her skin. She can wear a simple burnt orange blouse and look like a goddess. But if you try the same outfit, you might end up looking like you need vitamins, because each person has a unique palette that functions like a fingerprint. The problem is that you treat color like decoration. Oh, I like blue, so I will wear blue. But in truth, some colors create shadows on your face, while others instantly light you up. Therefore, when you put on that off-white t-shirt instead of pure white and suddenly look healthier, it is not a coincidence. It is pure visual chemistry. This happened because the right colors amplify your natural beauty, but the wrong ones create visual noise that confuses those who look at you. Therefore, even a very expensive outfit can sabotage you if it is the wrong temperature for your skin tone. That is why some women glow in anything, while others struggle to not look tired. Hold different shades of white close to your face to see which one makes you look rested or yellowish. Look at the veins on your wrist, because if they appear blue, you have a cool undertone and match with royal blue. If greenish, you are warm and go well with coral. Test whether silver or gold flatters you more to discover your color family. Try orange-red versus blue-red to see which one brightens you up. Therefore, use colorful scarves near your face before investing in expensive clothes, because they instantly reveal whether that palette creates harmony or unwanted blotches. Do you know what is the practical difference between warm and cool tones? The worst mistake you make without realizing it. Do you know when you see a beautiful outfit in the store, buy the exact one worn by that influencer you admire? But when you wear it, you look like you are in costume? This happened because you tried to be someone else instead of being a better version of yourself. But no one tells you that authentic elegance does not come from copied formulas. Therefore, you keep buying looks that work on others, but make you feel uncomfortable and artificial. Diane von Furstenberg never tried to dress like anyone else. She created a unique visual language that perfectly aligns with her personality. Therefore, even wearing simple pieces, she conveys unmistakable sophistication. But if you try to copy her style, you may look like you are headed to experimental theater when you should be going to work. The problem is that you confuse inspiration with imitation. This happened because someone sold you the idea that there is a universal formula for elegance. But the truth is that the same t-shirt and jeans can communicate classic authority with a structured blazer and leather shoes, or sophisticated creativity with an asymmetrical cut and unique accessories. Therefore, real elegance lies in discovering which version makes the most sense for who you are. When you finally find that coherence between personality and appearance, everything fits like magic. People stop noticing your clothes and start noticing you, because authenticity always beats cheap imitation. Put on an outfit and ask yourself, do I feel like myself in this? Because if the answer is no, even if it is beautiful, it is not for you. Define 3 words that describe you and use them as a filter when shopping, because if a piece does not reflect at least 2 of those adjectives, you are wasting money. Identify the 3 pieces you wear and love most, because they reveal your true style, unlike those that sit with tags for months. Therefore, always ask yourself, if I were to introduce myself professionally like this, would people understand who I am? Because your appearance should tell your story, not confuse the viewer. But do you know the difference between your personal style and your preferences? Now you know the truth behind basics that actually work, intentional accessories, fabrics that do not lie, hair as a strategic frame, colors that harmonize with your skin, and above all, authenticity that does not need an instruction manual. 5 simple steps that separate those who look put together from those who look like it just happened by chance. The difference between you and that woman you admire is not in the budget, it is in the strategy. She does not have magical secrets. She simply understood that elegance is pure mathematics, fewer elements, more impact, everything calculated with surgical precision. If this video opened your eyes to what you have been doing wrong, subscribe to the channel and leave a like, because knowledge that transforms deserves to be shared. Share it with that friend who always complains that she does not know how to dress. Maybe she just needs to discover that it does not have to be complicated to be sophisticated. True elegance does not shout. It whispers with such confidence that everyone stops to listen. You already have everything you need. Now you just have to apply it with intention. Comment chic basics if you finally understood that simple is not a synonym for boring.